Hello, this is Joel Marshall, and this is LearnMyComputer.com. And today we're going to learn a little bit more about folders. Last time we learned about selecting folders. I have two folders here on my desktop. And we talked about selecting them back and forth in the different ways that we can select them, and also about opening them. And to open a folder, you just put your cursor on the icon and double-click it. And you will get a Finder window. Again, we talked about a Finder window as a way to look at files in your computer. It's just a program called Finder that allows you to find things. So I'm going to show you the four different views in the Finder window so that you can look at your files in different ways. So the first view is called List View, and I'm looking at the files in a list. This is very useful when you're looking at a number of files because they will be listed by name. These particular ones don't have very specific names for humans. The only one that really does is this one called Joel with camera. But these are each individual files that are in the folder called India Pictures. You can tell they're in the India Pictures folder because there's a picture of the folder at the top and it says India Pictures. That's how you can tell that you're in that folder. And again, that folder, if I close this Finder window, that folder is there on my desktop. And I double click on the folder and I see the files inside there, and they're currently in list view. So now I'm going to view them in a different way. I want to see the actual pictures, and I want to see that a little bit better. And I am going to go up here, and these are the four different views. If you see the tooltip that comes up, the little yellow box when I hover over those, it says show items as icons in a list or in columns or with cover flow. So those are the four different ways to view them. And you'll understand a little bit more about it when I show you. Right now we're in list view. This is what it looks like. It looks like a list, the icon. If I click on this one, I'm in thumbnail view. And you can see by the little boxes there, that's the way they're going to appear. And here are the little boxes. These are thumbnails, little tiny pictures that represent what the actual file picture looks like. So you can see there's four different ones. And inside the Finder window, I can pick the ones that I want to select in the same way we were talking about on the desktop. I can draw a box. I can hold down the Command key and select two of them. I can move them around inside this window. Same way as on the desktop. So this is called thumbnail view. And then this one is called list view, which is the way we had it. Just another way to look at your files. Same files, just looking at them in a different way for your convenience. And then the third one is called column view. I'm going to click on that. And this actually shows me three columns that show me various things about the file. The file is here in list view in this column. In this third column, it is in a view that shows me a bigger thumbnail of the picture and also shows me some information about the picture, like the name of it, the kind of file it is, the size. The kind and size we'll get into later. Not really important right now. When it was created, when it was modified, and also the dimensions, which is how big it is. And you can see that with all the different files. If I select them in this second column, you can see the thumbnail on the right. So this is kind of convenient to see the pictures much bigger. And then on the left, I can see the folder on the desktop that it comes from. And I can even see the other folder that's on the desktop. And those are on the desktop below here. There they are. So I'm in the Finder window, and I'm looking at the files in the folder in column view. So you'll get used to that. And then there's one other view that I don't use this very often, but it's kind of fun. It's called cover flow. And if I click on that view, I get bigger pictures that I can scroll through with this little scroll bar. It's not that useful. When I click on it down below, I can see them a little bigger. It's kind of fun but I just don't find myself using it very much. You might. The bigger I make this Finder window, the bigger I can make these pictures. It's a little weird, but it's kind of fun. You might find yourself using that. I don't really use it very much because I can see enough by clicking on the columns or even these thumbnails here. We'll talk a little bit more about how to look at these in different ways in the future, but right now I just wanted you to understand that there are 4 different ways to look at files in the Finder, and you can play with that on your computer. This is all for today. This is Joel Marshall at LearnMyComputer.com. I've been getting some emails from you, and I appreciate it. Keep them coming. If you want to look at previous lessons, you can look at your previous emails and click on the links there, or you can go to the website at LearnMyComputer.com and log in with your username and password if you're feeling adventurous. If you have any questions, just email me at joel@learnmycomputer.com. That's joel@learnmycomputer.com, and I'll see you next week.